45 minutes left in the trading session. Welcome back to the close. Actually, 44 minutes left in the trading session. Here we go. Look at how things stand at this point. The S&P 500, full percent to the downside. We did try to come back a little bit throughout the midday, but 1.01 for the S&P, the Dow about 0.9, 0.7 for the NASDAQ. Yeah, it's been one of those days, but maybe long overdue, guys. Lots of individual names, including DIDI with some news out, guys. So we'll have a look at DD Global along with Carver as well, guys.
You had to say Carver, Brendan. Yeah, that's right. I was just saying in the chat there. I top wicked it, baby. That's what I'm talking about on Carver. I'm actually up on Carver. You guys know I love those whole trades. We had this one at the top. My last entry was at that 38 level, right up that 39 high. It was like, we're looking pretty good. Got some out at 35, got some out there 36. And then this wick happened, which got me out. I mean, you can see it actually hitting the top there. I got triggered out, and then only to see it flush. Thankfully, got a couple of decent shorts on as well, but that's been the name of the game today. Trade where the action is. Like, the market has rebounded a little bit here. I mean, a little bit, 0.8 on the NASDAQ. We've had a bit of a bounce back, but I'm telling you, those movers and shakers, your Newegg, your Carver, AMC today, they've been absolutely hot fire, Sean. So that's where you want to go. I still haven't heard any good suggestions for what we're supposed to do for the final, but I'm willing to do some kind of humiliation to put it on the line for England, despite the fact that that was quite possibly the worst penalty of all time.
I mean, if England plays the way they did yesterday, Italy's probably going to win 7-0. Okay, AMC Flop. Right here, maybe 8. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we put the foot on the gas or not. Okay, guys, it's nice to come back. Welcome, and that's what we talked about. We're going to fire off hot dogs today. I've released some videos on Twitter about calm down. There's lots to trade. There's always going to be things to trade, and then we come back with a $4 winner on board right now with AMC. Like, this is what I mean. It's a little embarrassing, but this is how we've traded AMC today. All we've done is shorts. There's been tons of long opportunities. I've only been thinking one way on AMC today, and we shorted that 50 level. We shorted. I mean, these are all wins, and you know, now we come in with that $4 on the spot victory right now for AMC. So again, you know, I'm going to hold this until the close. I think we still even trade even lower than this right now, but that's a $4 win for us right here. And then Alibaba, we've been holding forever because look what's happening. It does go about $1 and change into the money for us. Fortunately, we didn't take it out. I was even thinking higher as AMC's still heading to the southbound side there. That's a nice little trade there. We should have got out coinciding with yesterday's bottoms, the pre-market bottom right there of 201.50. So we're still in Alibaba. You can see we got AMC. Like, look at that. I mean, where is the top tick on AMC today? I mean, the high of the day, 49.79. I have 49.64s in the blotter right now. So that's going to be a big trade. Space is mooning right now. And if you followed me earlier, my long is right here. We talked about space. Oh, this is the wrong board here. We added space on our watch list there for 43 break. That happens just as the market starts. I had no idea space was going to 52.50 today, but it's off to the run right now. We'll see about a short through space. I think that's a little overdone. A 50.80 break right there on space, and we'll try a little bit of short action there. See if we get a little retracement back down. So 50.80 short on this level. Space will be a try for that one here today, guys. But it's been a monster day. Yeah, it absolutely is. You got to hit those. Got to get the props and got to hit those the ones that are moving. Vivek, I saw your question there. Sometimes we'll say jailbreak. What do we mean by a jailbreak? So, I mean, usually we're talking about a stock that, you know, a consolidation. And I'm talking like a parabolic move to the upside. Like NEG made a jailbreak off a double bottom here at 44. Like, there's some nice little moves where it bounced the first time off of 44, got right back up to this 52. And then you consolidated. That's a jailbreak. In a matter of like 10 minutes, goes the entirety of the range that it had just put in for like 3 hours, right? So jailbreak to the upside. It's actually been a very good short, a scalp short anyways. A couple of times we're getting this 51 mid here, 51.40, 51.30, right down to VWAP here. Catch like, you know, these 50 even, like $1, $1.25 a couple of times. It was about to break down and couldn't take this 48 level out. This is one I want to hang on to the close. Either it breaks 52.5, or I think we're looking for it to go back down towards that 45 level. I'm also in that AMC trade off that high of the day, guys. Look, there was a reversal. I didn't hang on to my AMC reversal, I'll tell you that much. I mean, it was I reversed into longs the second we broke back above that 42, and it was like scalp city for me. I even got that pullback into 42 after covering, and then just took it out in front of the high of the day, missed a breakout.
Once you miss, you don't cry over spilt milk, move on to the next trade. When it got to 50, it was like several times here. The only difference is I'm getting out in front of 45. I just feel like once it made that break here, I get the feeling that we're maybe not heading back in front of VWAP. So we'll see what happens here. I'd love to be able to take it out in front of that 45. As a matter of fact, it just missed my bid by, what are we talking about, like 25 cents or so? So probably should have been more active getting out. Hopefully we'll continue this trend into the downside. So AMC and negative the short. I see you guys. I see that NVFY. That's one that popped up on the radar a little bit later in the session today, just after lunchtime, going a bit parabolic. The volume, it's starting to dry up, or I'd probably be in this one already, but yeah, the volume starting to dry up just a little bit here on NVFY. It still bears watching. Simply, it's up 50%, still moving, still near those highs of the day, but the volume coming down here. Brendo?
A little agricultural stock popping up here. Catalyst Incorporated, which is CLXT. You can see big volume spike here as we broke through 5, high a day, and also a bit of a significant level over here on the daily chart. They had news a couple of days ago, guys, talking about a new innovation to breed hemp seeds. So a heads up on CLXT. Again, that news a couple days ago, but 30% almost.
We talked about some recovery plays today, and what a good day it was for those. As NEO just, and I'm only talking recovery, like, you know, stocks that have been beat down that have had a chance now to recover a little bit today. NEO's going to be one of those names, man. We were looking short early, we cashed out, then we went short again below this or near this 43 level, trying to break that 43. We got out, thank God, as it ripped all the way to the upside, and now NEO tops out at 46, only down that 1.5%, which is unbelievable that was able to get that move backside. Another trade that we were pretty happy with today is this Palantir on the dip. Downside there. Like, it's amazing that we're still positive on Palantir with the NASDAQ being a negative name there. So we're looking at that as well. We just talked about space, how we like that on the short side. AMC coming down to some of those levels. We're $4 in the money there. And then Alibaba, we're still staring at it. So we have to look at Zila, because Zila is starting to go nuts. And I know a lot of you guys already have this. And by starting to go, I mean, it's been going all day. I guess 200. Oh, come on, chart. 285 million shares right now, but it's getting to this level here. Not just VWAP, but watch out below. You break this 331, I think we're going to have a little bit of a short problem for Zila. Only up 5%, but look at the volume. That's the key there. 285 million, so they're pushing this thing around a little bit. We'll see if we can break down below 331 on Zila, guys.
And that CRTD you guys talk about, Create D, we're going to call it CRTD, whatever. It doesn't matter which one you want. The daily chart, you're going to see that $5 turnaround, but it's just what I'm mentioning in the chat here. Go back to the daily. You have kind of a weak level, and I say weak because it is weak at 5. You'd like a turnaround more at like a $6. I think that's a better bag holder level, but you do have a slight level here at 5, if only because we spiked a couple of times and failed before it. And that's why, you know, if it holds up, probably call it at that previous high, like this 440 to 450, makes another consolidation up at that 5 level for that break. It's not a random level that it went parabolic into. I just missed a shot at being able to catch this one because I wasn't quite there fast enough. But good luck, all you guys. It is one to watch for sure. Just needs to hold up. If you test all the way back to VWAP, I'm not sure we're going to get back to that high, but you know, talk about that 440, 450 level, that could be a little bit more reasonable for that retracement play. Newegg is back. Back under VWAP at least. So we're back to like $3 in the money. I'm looking for it to take out this 48. I've already scalped in front of VWAP. Now that we're south side, I want this 48 taken out, and then we're getting out somewhere around that low of the day. I mean, it's 44 double bottom, so you're talking 45, 46. Anticipate the retracement. I'm not worried about, you know, Newegg having a ridiculous imbalance. I don't think it's that kind of a play, but I still want to be covering this one before literally at 4 o'clock. AMC, it's always usually pretty good for a lot of volume, so you can hang on to that one when you're in the money. But Newegg, I'd like to be covering that one before the last 10 minutes.
Okay, we actually got into the long now on Zila because it just broke back above 350. And just looking at this thing here, so we're long 351, so that's fine. Pretty happy with that. Still $4 in the money on AMC. Zila, look, if we can make a quick little scalp here of 20 cents or so, we'll do that on Zila and see what happens. There we go. Now we're into our space. Come on, chart. So we're long Zila here, and now we're going to go short on space into this level. Again, right now we'll look for some sort of a retracement back 51.60, something like that on on the downside. But I mean, 13% kind of out of nowhere. We talked about why maybe this would be a name to to go long off the open. Why I like this 43 was just that I think there's going to be good feels coming from the actual trip July 11th there with Branson. So, that's going to be a big mover, obviously. But 14% today, kind of out of nowhere, guys. Like, it's just been really, really bouncy here the last couple of days. We did get that bottom of 42. Obviously, we're not going to get back there today, but this just seems a little overdone. There's really nothing to look at here. Where are we short again? Well, I can just look here. 50, I'll just look at my blotter. 50.75, so a little bit of slippage, not bad. This is a 1 minute chart, so just trying to find out where do we get out. Any volume kind of spikes here indicating a possible issue. I'll probably just use the 50s like I always do, guys. Wow, AMC, Tank City. I don't know if you covered, Neil, but AMC now $4.50 in the money. Nice little trade
hit
there
something.
for sure. It's already the trade of the day, guys. Join me after for that. But 51.50 could be where we get out of this one. Good trade so far, AMC. Wowzers. Brendo.
Another one starting to break down a little bit here. GoodRx announced a deal today with DoorDash, if you remember, some delivery services. GDRX just broke 33.30. I guess it was. Some volume came in there to the downside, but still having quite the day, though. 2.4% to the upside, trying to retake 32 on the daily chart, guys.
So I did hit that because I did get out in front of that 45. Actually, I think I tweeted, I was like, it's unlikely that AMC gets below 45. And I did say that when we're up here at 47.5, and it was sort of clustering, and I just taken some out, and you were getting this consolidation here, right? So it was a heck of a lot more bullish when it was holding this 47 level. Now, obviously, getting before 45 is a different ball game. I see digital brands, and you know what? Like, I haven't actually traded DBGI today, but you know what? Here's what we do around here. We pull it up. Sometimes if you're caught in a bag hold, and we've said this before, when you get parabolic movers like this, make sure you take your profit. So I'll get that out of the way because it sort of seems obvious there. And I'll go to the 15-minute chart just so you can see a little bit of a better idea. When you get like 420, why not? 420, actually, double bottom. And when you've already had the harsh reversals off parabolic movers, and then you have this move shy, and you know what the retracements can look like, you catch a breakout, you've got, especially on a day like today, you got to be thinking about taking your profit out. Like, that's a quick, and I'm talking like a quick, like 25, maybe even as much as like 35% gainer. What I will say here is this actually sets up pretty well in this consolidation because we're holding 6, especially the fact that we're back to this 530, which would be a solid level for like a swing out, I would say. Not a horrible play here if you got the long at around that 6 level, or maybe if you're holding back at like 575, whatever, and you're willing to give it back to a 5.25, maybe a 5 even. I like that idea for a swing because at least if it fails to get past like 7 to 750, like this lower high up here, then it's not that bad of a risk to return. I mean, if you're paying up, like if you're holding on to, I don't know, like 660 or holding on from yesterday at like 670, something like that, doesn't make as much sense. I mean, the volume's really starting to come out of it, despite the fact it's up at 40 million on the session, guys. It's been dry since the open, and it's absolutely dying. But it's not a horrible setup. But if you ever had that from yesterday and you weren't taking, if you're not taking the profits when this makes moves like this, we always say do it, and yeah, so you give up at $1.30, but at least you don't have to deal with that halt to the downside and then this lethargic action in the rest of the day. But the barcoding down here, usually a decent sign when it's above that pre-market low. So there is a chance that this one gives you what you're looking for. Just make sure you have it out around that 5.25 in my opinion.
So just let you guys know we did take an average in there on space as it did rip up there. So we're still looking at that 51.50 as an out. So that's a spot for me right there. But we did average in on that one. So just to let you know, if you see a different price, that's why. You can get a better price right now as it's ripping. So I guess the short here is going to be wrong on space. I did want to look at DD again, mentioning, thank you guys for the chat there. It looks like it is starting to make days high again. Well, it just did make day high and broke out a little bit of its range. But it's still kind of in there. I mean, I don't know if this is just a VWAP bounce there. I don't really see anything. I know Brendan talked about there was maybe some DD news, but that's a big move up there. Not too much volume and just kind of cruising right now. So still down that 4%, but 1140, 1150, trying to make some moves. Still depressed Chinese name. I like DD, but I'd rather buy it 10% up than 4% down, if that makes any sense. What's up, Brendan?
Yeah, I can show you the reason for that dip we saw on the chart here. Some senior, apparently, U.S. senators calling for the U.S. Securities and Exchange Regulator to look into the IPO, whether or not DD knew this was coming, guys, which we might have talked about a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I mean, you had that 100-year anniversary, and people said that there were, I mean, it feels unlikely that there would be zero sign. Without getting into it too much, it sucks for the shareholders there, because it actually looked pretty strong on that first or second day. And I'm telling you, like, the business looks pretty good, at least by the numbers, but there's that risk, and something you can do about it. Like, you just have the risk that they could come in and smack down any of those tech names again, and all of these companies are susceptible to it, and you have to wait it out if you're a shareholder and you like the company. Think about the really, really long term there, and that's what you got to do. You had to do that in BABA, and the valuation still looks pretty good to me, but you had that risk, and it is what it is. CRTD did just bounce off that 450 area, so I like the fact that it's trying to make this, consolidation down here after pulling back off of 5. It also just happens to be a 15% retracement, so it bounces. I want to see it come back down, and then we get it on the way, hopefully up here. I'll see if I can get some shares on the bid if it doesn't run away too far. In front of that now recent low at 445, 446, 445, and I'll try to risk maybe like 10, 15 cents at most, and then get some out in front of that 480, 490 in front of the high of the day. That way I don't actually need it making a fresh high to make a winning trade. Newegg continues to push downside. Now I'm not going to do that thing where I look a gift horse in the mouth. I did say I want this at 46. And that's where that jailbreak happened right about 2:30 or so, and then it got to that 52.5 before failing again. Like third time that it put in that exact same lower high or in that same price area. It's only about $1 worth of difference. So if it lingers here long enough, and we're staring at like 340, 350, getting to the end of the day, I will just take out the $4 and maybe $3 on this trade and not get the full $5 winning. You got to be willing to do that sometimes. So that's what I want to look at. Oh my gosh, Sean, I looked at that Virgin Galactic chart, and like that 52.5 double top. I mean, yeah, I see a short too. I'll probably I might let it travel into that 52, but you see that kind of a retracement up here. I just feel like it should be a kind of risk-off event. Anytime you get these crazy moves to the upside, you go to the 15-minute chart, which I love, and look what you see every time it's sort of failed around this 52 particular price, right? You're talking like flush city. I mean, some support here, and then flush city every single time. So the fact that you're turning around here in a double top, that setup looks great. I can't stay away from it, so I will be short Virgin Galactic. I was short in the morning, and my out was 43. My stop missed. And then I got the luckiest fill ever when it snapped back down and filled me back at 43.10. My orders were sitting there, and I was able to get out of that trade. Like, it was complete blind luck, because my stop actually missed this morning, and I was able to get that price. Did not hold on to the reversal long, though. Brendo?
Not seeing anything yet, guys, but heads up, Spirit Aerosystems just popping up here. SPR New York, 2.5% on a huge volume spike. Just went 44.75 to 46.5 for SPR.
Okay, so big news on Boeing there, Brendo. Want to look that up. China right now, 737
Yes.
MAX edges toward China as test flights near. So a big story there for Boeing. Bang! You guys know that we're all over Boeing. This is in my account here. So we like this name. We've been long this name since about 208, 210 there. That's good news. I mean, I'm expecting China to put some orders through on the 737 and then all as well. But again, the relationship right now, it goes back to that DD. I think the relationship between the U.S. and China is at all-time lows. Maybe not all-time, but recent lows anyways, as they look to, crack down on some of these IPOs, and it's not a great situation. So this is maybe a way to extend some sort of an olive branch here towards China return as test flights near. So that's good. Like, if they can be allowed to be flown, I guess, in China. Now, I don't know the exact story as it's just breaking right now, but that's going to be a good move there for Boeing. Back above this 50 period looks pretty sweet, man. We are down in the doldrums today, 225. You see as the low today, 225 on Boeing. A big move back to the upside right now as it's just taking off. So that's Boeing taking off. Yeah, Boeing to the upside right now. Maybe a little overdone, but 2% doesn't seem that much if this is the news that we think it is.
Hang on. We got one for it. There you go. No, I was going to say hang on to Sean's screen because we got one for that one. It's an oldie but a goodie. Because, hey, we've been trading Boeing since we started on this show. Yeah, you guys want to talk a little bit of Moxie. I was going to go to Coinbase for a quick second there, but Moxie, another name on the move here. Nice spike up. I'll tell you right now, I got in and out of that CRTD faster than you can imagine. The liquidity sucks on that thing. So it's done 16 million shares, but it's not very good. I don't think I'll be trading that one again going into the open or going into the close unless it makes a run at that $5 top. But Moxie up that 20%, busting out Jailbreaking? I mean, it's not, okay, yeah, probably jailbreaking, but here's the top that got taken out of 26.5. So if you don't have that, which obviously you can see I don't have it, to that long side, you had to sit through a consolidation there at least a little bit, and it's now breaking out to fresh highs. I mean, if it gets to 30, I mean, I'm probably going to be looking at some kind of an obvious like short. We're 25 minutes left. There's still time for that trade. Some people might be taking profits toward that end of the day, but Moxie's already broken through that key high already. So if you didn't catch that one here, I don't want to be chasing it up at 28 for any kind of a long. I can't ignore that Virgin Galactic level once I pulled up 15-minute charts. I'm with you, Sean. I just got 51.61s. I'll probably add to it in front of 52, stop at the high of the day, bingo, bango, bongo, or Bob's Drunko, whatever you want to say, or whatever adjective or nonsense you can throw at it. I like Virgin Galactic. We'll stick with it. NEGG, getting pretty close to that target, but it's also getting close in time to where I do have to take this winner off. The longer it clusters down here, putting in a higher low, worth noting, it did stall on a dime in the morning at 46 when I was shorting off of a similar area, but it's underneath that 50 level. It couldn't get past 46. So the chance that it gets there now, I'd like it because the trend is with me, but I can't ignore that price action in the morning around that same price area, guys. So, and NEG and Virgin Galactic to the south side, I don't have any longs at this moment. Can't find one.
Yeah, we don't have. I mean, we have Zila long, but it's not. I mean, these things are not doing anything right now. I'm bouncing around VWAP right there, so we'll wait for that one. If it does break below this, 25 or so area right here, we'll get out of Zila. So we'll average in a little bit here, 330, 320. 340, 330, something like that. 335, right in the middle doesn't look too bad. Maybe a little bit higher than that. Almost maybe even right now. That Zila, yeah. So we are short still space. We'll give that to 52, and then we'll just see what else is happening. This is all kind of like child's play right now. The money's been made in the morning. We're just trying to look for some opportunities into the close. What's up, Brendan?
Yeah, so reports flying around on Twitter, on the internet, guys, about this Boeing story, but nothing concrete that I can see as of yet. So just be careful. It might be there, but it might not be so far, guys.
Okay. I mean, that's, we've done that before on Boeing.
Yeah.
Remember we had that crash, the cargo plane the other day crashing. Oh no, whatever, this chart in the background is going to freeze on me, my daily chart. But yeah, maybe if it's not true, this 2% is probably a little bit. The Dow was down 500 points at one point. Not sure what it's down right now, but obviously Boeing's going to be a big factor there. So that ripping back up helps. So I don't know. If it's not going to be the truth, man, this 235 break isn't horrible. So I think we'll take a 235 break here on Boeing to the downside, just in case, guys, that's not the truth. Not a bad opportunity to take advantage of a move back in here because it was 229. So a 235 break downside on Boeing, we'll take that.
I'll say this, Monkey Nut, you're asking about Corsair. Like, I know it's on the daily bouncing off that 30 and made a nice little move today. I don't know what the catalyst is going to be to get this one going higher. And with these meme names, on daily today, where a lot of meme ones that had been meme names have moved, it's not doing anything. So maybe, look, if you got an out at that 30 level, it looks okay on the daily chart. I'm not sure what I can see that I love about it. So I'd stay clear. It's not horrible, but you have such a tight stop there. It's like $1 half maybe at absolute best to that little stop area. This one is gonna stink, and I never mind doing this and like face slapping. Like on our morning show, I said I like Coinbase. With like that 232 is going to be the support level. I even said as I had my bid at 230 in front of 233, right as we got to the open, I got to be on guard in case it gets close to that price, doesn't touch my price, and then I want to be active getting in here and maybe crossing up to get it. This is what happens when you don't do that. I got distracted. It's not bad because Carve is. I ended up making money on Carve and NEG and AMC, everything that was moving at that particular time. But that's the kind of setup when you're looking for that specific dip buy on a particular stock off a level. You got to have it up and you got to be ready to pull the trigger. I wasn't. That's why I'll slap myself in the face. Good move for Coinbase, but we're still not back above that 250 level that I would love to see it hold. I got into that Virgin Galactic. It was too enticing, I think, off of that 52 half double top. That 52 area on the 15-minute chart there. So as it tries to pop back in, stop is going to be at the high of the day, technically 52.67. Otherwise, let's see if it can't get back down. Testing this, 50.70 was a breakout earlier, almost a failed breakout, $1, and then all the way back into maybe even 50, where it had this mini little bit of a jailbreak here. So those would be a couple of targets, and of course VWAP if it can get there. Got to watch out for Virgin Galactic at 350. That's a name that can move, certainly, with an imbalance that matters. So that we'll be watching that one in 10 minutes or so when the imbalances come out. Neg, I'm not worried about that one.
No. Yeah, neg. Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about Zila or anything like that. We'll try to average into that if we can as well. So that's going to be a trade for us, hopefully coming up soon. We did get out of our Virgin Galactic, but I want to get back in now. We got out of that 52 break, so not a good trade there. About a 50-cent hit or so. Not too many shares, but now we're going to try to play the momentum to the downside. We let it go all the way up. We shouldn't have. We should have waited and been a little more patient on that one. So now we'll wait here for space to break a little bit lower. We'll execute into a short like right now, 63 break, 64 break, 65. We'll see. This is a level. There we go. So now we're short into space right now, 63s. So let's wait to see for a retracement back in and see if we can't get that money back now down to 50-50 or so on a flush at the end of the day. Let's just wait to see. Maybe we get lucky and that can come through for us. So that's going to be that breaking spot for me. Is going to be that high of the day now on the name. So we'll wait for that. Ethereum's kind of moving around, but not doing a whole hell of a lot. This, I mean, again, it looks like that's a big move down, which it is. But 2,400, we've talked about that today earlier. And then this is a 15-minute chart. If you just go to a 1-minute chart, I'm watching it out of the corner of my eye. But I mean, this is what Ethereum's been doing all afternoon, same as Bitcoin. So we're just going to watch out for some of those trades to come through. We did hold, and again, we're just trying to make that crazy home run trade here. I want to get more very soon, actually. I want to get short again, AMC into this level here, guys, 48, maybe a little bit higher, 48.50 there. We're just kind of playing with house money right now on AMC. We've been shorting it all day. Surprised I didn't get that short there. 47.47 is where I waited, and it went up to 47.45, it looks like. So how you missed by 2 pennies on AMC, I don't know, but I'll just lower that and take a little bit of a bid out here again on AMC. So let's just, well, maybe we get it. We'll wait, but we're going to go short one more time, and then our flush out point is going to be right here. 48.25 or so on our last little piece out. Here we go. Come on, give me that short AMC, and then we'll ride it. Hopefully, right back down to 45.
Oh, I was wiping up some water on my, my table there. We're gonna hit the power up. Look, I said if Neg made a move or failed to make a move, I'd have to get out. It's like 340. I'll cover it at that 48 level. It tries to break back to the upside there. It's still a good win. I love that level, that 350. I think 350 in terms of return on that trade is gonna be pretty good after scalping the first couple legs out. I see you, Paul Roberts. I think shorting space is a bad idea. It's entirely possible. Losing trades are part of, look, that's just, it's the price of doing business when you're a trader. If it takes up the high of the day, fair enough. But I'm still in the short trade because I like the setup. We share the same name, but we can have different ideas. That's absolutely fine. Brendo, what's up?
Volume coming back into this ARPO. If you remember from this morning, guys, trying to get back above some levels here. From the midday, we're back above 3, but some volume coming back in. 230 million shares on this one so far today. NE as well, ANY just made a day high.
NE.
All right, just put my stop in for that 48.50. Yeah, a few names here moving around today as the NASDAQ's trying to battle. Oh, it's already in balance time? Wow, okay. We're looking for M's here. Let's see if we got any. We do not. So again, a couple bank bids here. Bank of Nova Scotia, Royal Bank maybe on a bid. Let's just see where that went here on a 1-minute chart at 340. So it did kick upside a little bit. Wow, what a good move back from the bottom here on Royal Bank today. Wow, good move since 1 o'clock there. Straight back to the upside. Nothing else here. I don't even see anything. I was hoping that there may be some marijuana stocks or something on there, but there's nothing. So we'll wait to see what happens with the U.S. ones coming out in 6 minutes. And I'm going to take a swig of water.
I want to answer this question from Samuel Martinez that we got, and it's a good one because it was asking, do we set our stops before we get in position or after? I want to use Carver as an example here because it depends on the style of trade 100%. So we actually have a couple of different kind of stop orders that we can use, one of which actually can incur, like for us, like a wash trade for us would mean trading against yourself or having 2 opposing orders which cannot cross each other. So a literal wash trade where there's no change of hands. So we can't actually do that. If you have a conditional order which sits on our server and then waits for a price to trigger, it's not in your order log, so you can use one of those. And that's the one I would put in. Essentially, you can put in ahead of time before you get long. I'll usually do that if I'm buying a dip. But if I'm making a trade like this on Carver where I want that more aggressive and better stop, it's going to sit in my order log. I can't put it in till I'm in position. So what I actually, it's a bit of a cheat that I do. I actually have 2 level 2s of the same stock. On one of the level 2s, I have my stop order ready to go where I only have to hit enter. And then on the other one, I'm actually going to get into position. And the second I'm in position, all I have to do is hit the enter key on the other one to be able to get in. Because I know it's going to be a fast trade when I'm making this play here off of that reopen. I'm going to jam short like 25 here, knowing my stop is going to be at that recent high when it breaks back above 26. So I literally have my 26 stop ready and keyed up to go. I get into position here, click on the other level 2 and just hit enter. I don't have to put any other entry into the price, and then I'm locked and loaded. Now, if it goes in the money, fantastic. If it immediately swipes up like a second later or a minute later, I am covered. But yes, we do have the ability to put that in ahead of time. I just have to use a different type of stop orders. We have a couple that we can use. We should probably do a video on that at some point, but one is a little bit faster, but you can't put it in until you get into position. The one I can put in before is a tiny little bit slower, but it has that cover of being able to put it in before I get into that long or that short. So to answer your question, we do both. Sometimes I'll put the stop before, sometimes I'll put it after. It just depends on how I'm going to execute.
Yeah, thanks, Brent. Thanks, everybody there for the comments on the AMC trading today. Yeah, I mean, this 44 break was a great long right there. We should have talked about that long, and we should have took that long. That was an easy long, and also this was an easy long, and you're going to see that when I discuss my trade of the day. So thanks, Brent. But yeah, I mean, this breakout there, and I'll show you. Oh yeah, that's right. This chart is frozen. So hold on, so I can close that program. We'll go back there and I'll open up another daily chart for you guys. But you'll see that here on a daily chart that we do have a 39 issue. I'll let that load. 39 stopped and go a couple times on AMC. So that should have been a long there. Instead, it wasn't. We waited. I just was thinking one way, man. We waited for that short and we didn't do anything here until this happened. So we sort of ignored it all the way. We went off the air and then we have stuff to do. Came back, started shorting again, able to capture profits. And then this was the last short, and then there's the out, and then a bunch more there, and we've just shorted again. We didn't get out down there at 45, so now we'll wait. 48.50, the last little straw there. But again, you'll remember from the morning, guys, I said, let's watch AMC go red to green. And man, did we go red to green today, up 5.5%. So for anybody holding these names, wowzers, good on you for that. Or if you reloaded down here, 38.39, big time trade alerts everywhere. We didn't average into our space, but we should have at that 52 level. We're going to see it come back to the downside now. We'll see where we get out. Trying to make back what we lost, so it's going to have to get back down here to 50.50, 51 didn't change, will work as well. But downside now as we just shorting the afternoon push on space. So who knows if that's going to be the right solution here or not, but I like it. We'll see. We still have that 52.50 high. That's going to be where we get out, but we only have 2 minutes now until the imbalances come out. This may be a bid imbalance. 79 million shares today. Maybe we take out this high of 52.68 at some point.
I got to use it because I love it. It's a great movie. You're tearing me apart, Zila. I'm not even short this thing. And it just, I mean, I don't know. Like, it just went $3.40 to $3. If you've never seen The Room, I mean, I'm telling you, it's so bad, it's good. So make sure you check it out. But either way, Zila just absolutely flushed. I mean, I don't know if anything came through the wire. That's what it looks like when you announce an offering in the middle of the day. Only I've never seen a stock announce an offering at 348. So Zila approaching what is an interesting price here because this was the opening range pullback right into 285. If that's an opening range pullback and you make a move like that, gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme always gets. I know no, it doesn't. You should never say that. I just got 95 long. I just wanted to explain. See that pullback? That's at it's like 288. It literally dipped to the exact same price. I'm like not even making this up. Like you see this all the time with these harsh. If it's the more harsh the move in, especially when it doesn't make sense to some people, a lot of times the more obvious area where you might catch a bit of a bounce, let it bounce first, grab that 95, it gets it back above 3. I would love to be taking some out here in that 05 to 10 range, and then see if I don't think it's getting back to VWAP, not with a fall like that. But either way, let's see if we can't catch a falling sword and then have Zila to the upside a bit. Do I think it's coming back to 350, 370? Nope. But we're long here at 95 with a stop at 88. That's risking 7 to 10 cents. So if I can get more than 10 pennies of a winner, you better believe I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. We lost on our Zila. We should have gone short on Zila. Instead, we tried to go for that long, looking for a swing play there or something. I'm still really just concerned about space as that's where our money's at right now. So we'll watch to see if there's any sort of pullback here on SPCE. It's the only trade that we really have on. We do have AMC. Well, actually, this is a good trade too, but I have a feeling this is going to break this 58.50. So here we go, right to the up, or 48.50, sorry, right to the upside. Maybe I'll cancel this to 49 right now. Yeah, let's do that just in case we do. I'm going to cancel it. This is not being stubborn. This is just a cancel in front of the imbalances. So if the imbalances come out to the bid side, then you could get a swipe back up to 49. So that's going to be my out. 49 and change there. We won't average in. I'm just giving that a little bit more space for that reason in case we do get that monster move back to the upside on this one. So that's my target area right now for AMC is going to be a breakthrough 49. Otherwise, we'll wait. There it is. Now it's 50 right now. So let's have a quick look. Ooh, we talked about GE. Whoa, donut. What's up with that, man? Donut on the sell side right now. We'll check a look on that on the 1 minute chart, see if that's doing anything. Not really. 1839. Ooh, not a bad day for donut. Up 3.5%. Sorry, 2.5%. Making the move down. GE's on here as well for a sell side, but that's kind of a sleepy stock. Only a 30-cent range. Probably not being affected too much. Uber on the buy. Ooh, Uber 47. Yuck. Got as high as 48 today. We'll see. That's a buy. I don't really see anything else that's too spicy here for me, guys.
Boo, boo, boo. But yeah, Krispy Kreme on a bit of a rebound. I'm still obviously going to be watching Zila. It's trying to break through that $3. If it goes to $8, that'd be fantastic. But trying to break through that $3 level. Keep in mind with Krispy Kreme here, as we get to the 15-minute chart, it's a heck of a lot better. Look what we did. Well, I mean, look what the stock did at $17. The only reason I brought it up here when you see it reaching that high. That's like a triple bottom here, like the daily chart. You're not going to actually, 50-minute chart, you're not going to see too much action because it just recently IPO'd. But that 17, nice little run off that level. I still think there's resistance at 21. That was the original issue price. But 17, when you have the IPO price hold like that, that is a pretty good sign for 2 or 3 days. It does need to break out through 1850, and then you're going to have a bit of a level at 19. But that should be on the radar tomorrow morning. As a matter of fact, that is on the radar tomorrow morning. That 17 level is a go for me. And in fact, I would be surprised if we even tested it. It looks like my brother from another mother, Mr. Roberts, might have been right about that Virgin Galactic. It's not a good idea to short. Yeah, you might be right about that because head towards the top here. That 52.67 is actually the high of the day. Could lose a buck on this Virgin Galactic trade. Was trying to take it out at an average of a little bit better than that. It's kind of barcoding up here. And every time it goes in the money, it stalls at 51.50. Gets like 20 cents in the money and then just can't seem to go any further than that. So yeah, it might be in a bit of trouble here with that Virgin Galactic trade. I didn't see it on the imbalance locator for a big buy or anything, so that doesn't necessarily scare me, at least when I checked. But doesn't mean it can't go against us here. If it takes out the high, no way I want to hold it through that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's not do too many crazy things here as the day is coming to an end. Baba's not really doing anything. We'll probably just wind up taking that out. Our AMC is now only 37 cents in the money off that last little reload there. 48.50. That doesn't seem to want to do anything either. So it's a little bit of a sleepy trade here into the close as far as I can see. Not too many things moving. I don't know. Space is kind of hovering around 52. I wish there would be more to happen there. We could check out, we've already checked out Zila. What about Carve? Let's have a quick look at Carve just for you guys. Maybe still holding that 23 and change near its lowest point of the day. Just right back to open basically. I mean, I know we opened around 20. 23 though, a nice little move backside for Carve. Notice no halts, guys. Just halted in the first half hour. And then since then, there's been really nothing. It's been pretty controlled move to the downside there. So try not to get stuck. If you do have any Carver trades in your account, watch out for those ones. But other than that, man, it is what it is today. It's been a big day for me. I hope you guys have had a good one as well. As we just right now going to try to exit our AMC trade, our BOBA trade, and then our space trade. And we will call it a day. A very good one. Brendo.
Just noticing Workhorse, guys, did end up holding some levels here. We talked about this right out of the gate this morning. Very, very strong for Workhorse. Got back to 13. It's just been kind of bouncing around 13, but back above some significant levels once again for Workhorse. Worth a note for tomorrow.
Come on, Zila, do that thing you do. We'll go bullish on that one. Look, it just took out, it just got to 305 there. So I said, if I'm risking like 7 to 10 cents, I mean, slippage isn't bad. It's probably 7 or 8. I want to take some out when it gets to that 10 cent range. That's what we did. U1, people asked about a U1K. U1K, that's whatever. U1 is the primary shares. U1. Look, this is a Carve sympathy move that it had today. So it's, as far as I'm concerned, nothing more than that. It's hard for me to get, like, I can't get behind this one. It was probably, I would say, almost a safer short if I had been looking at this, understanding it was only simply moved to the upside. Once it failed on the halt to the upside here and then rolled over, that's a pretty good short. It's barcoding in the afternoon, but it's interestingly enough holding up that high. That's only because it didn't move very far. It has some support at that 730 level. So, as for what the catalyst is, I know it looks pretty good for a jailbreak. And normally you'd say, yeah, why wouldn't you be long at like a 9, give it to like 7, then it has to do not too much to get to 12 to 13. But to me, the reason it moved up today had nothing to do with anything except for the fact that Carve had gone. So if you like YOLOing, I guess you do have a 2-to-1 trade in there if it gets to like 13, 14, and then you have a stop at 7. Fair enough. I don't personally like it because I don't see the catalyst to make it go, but I guess the structure is there for U1. So that's the best I can do for you with U1. We have some, I guess, experience trading this. The last few times it's squeezed to the upside. Oh, Zila, really? You were just working, Zila. You were just working, and then you had to go ahead and do that. I said I wasn't going to risk much. It was going to be that 288 low. Yeah, that's right. I told you what the stop is. Hit that, broke it by a penny, and then comes right back upside. So this is why you take some profit out. So it's going to be a muted success there. I still like the structure of that trade. It's fallen like an absolute rock. You had a bit of a support level when it dipped in the morning there at that same price. So it turns, you take advantage of it. So it's still an okay trade. But what isn't is, oh man, it was a bad idea. Short Virgin Galactic. And it is a small buy imbalance. It was like 750,000, now down to 450,000. So it's pairing off, but it's about to take the high of the day with only 4 minutes to go. I might not even wait for the high of the day. Clearly, it seems like it wants to take it out. Got to end it on a losing note with Virgin Galactic after it was okay this morning. Boo. Although I kind of hold in the long-term account and it's going to the upside. So I'm fingers crossed for a positive test. I'm just a big space nerd anyway, so I always want them to succeed. Best of luck to Richard Branson. And obviously, if that succeeds, you're probably testing that 60 level, if not breaking it in the future. Over the weekend, of course, is a test flight.
Yeah, exactly. July 11th there for the test flight. I do like that call on a Virgin Galactic short, long into that. I mean, that's what we talk. I mean, I printed out 43 longs this morning, and now it's 53, so that's a good $10 win there. But we should just short it in the afternoon, that's for sure. Okay, so AMC now we're out of the money, 40 cents. That's because we covered. Remember, our average price was up here. It doesn't look like it's going to do anything. We have to be flat into the end of every single day, so we'll call that last trade a wash. And then, it's a little bit of a loss, but we should have. Good thing we didn't get out there on that 48 break. It didn't break 48.50. That really was our pushing point there. I believe this thing falls, but we are going to run out of time. So unfortunately, this is going to have to get covered. But AMC is my number one stock today. So there's been a lot of good ones, but AMC is going to be the number one. AMD was a nice trade today. We didn't touch it all afternoon. We should have. That was just a long. It's very, very basic, but we did put on shares there on that VWAP break through 89. Unbelievable run back to 90 and change. This is a good one to hold for a swing trade, especially if the NASDAQ can be positive tomorrow. I really think AMD gets back to that 93, 94 level. So that's a call there if you're interested. And then I just got to cover at some point AMC. What is CCL doing? We were short. Good. Lots of money to be made there. Got out for flat. Watch it go all the way to 24. This is a possible one to short tomorrow. I'm not really liking what Uber's doing. SoFi here today as well. I'm in this name. You guys know that, about 18. We've talked about that. Now it's down to 16.50 as the fintech name's just not doing anything right now. PaySafe, PayPal, Square down today. Some concern, obviously, over some crypto. And so just watch out with SoFi down another 2 and a bit. Remember, anything that's new right now is going to be hit a little bit. And then Palantir. Oops, that's not Palantir. Let's go over to Palantir. Palantir today, good bids. Nice to see this name up with a negative NASDAQ. So I'm very, very bullish on Palantir now. I was hoping that we'd get a 21-ish bid. It goes to 22 today. I'm going to be a buyer a little bit lower than right now, but we did sell some at 26.60, so it's not a horrible reload for me down. Make that 15% back on a little bit extra shares. So we're finishing our day at our high spot, even though we still have this. Well, it won't be my high spot once I cover this, but right now I have 0 LFT, which means no loss from top. So let's get going, guys. This should be a big day tomorrow once again as we're getting ready to wrap up the week, guys. There goes AMC to the downside.
Yeah, and this deal, by the way, there's a big offer sitting here. Like, oh, it was. There we go. At 85 here for like 200,000 shares, and it's sort of been walking this thing to the downside. So it's a huge move down. Maybe some profit taking. I mean, it's also a bit of a technical break here with a minute to go. Like that 335, maybe it was just coiling up to flush like that. But it has held 260, 265, the low of the day. So Zila should be on the radar again. We got about 40 seconds till the close. The market came back a little bit. I kind of feel like the NASDAQ got to like 0.7. We're sitting there like, worrying about this turning into like a 2% or 3% down day in the morning. It never happened. Although I guess if Ms. V had something else green to wear, it wouldn't have only come back halfway. We would have come back all the way. Now, is that true? I'd like to think it is. We sort of laid that gauntlet down. We're not making it up. When she wears green, good things happen in the market. Trust me, it's an actual thing. But we got to drop that countdown for you. Make sure you stick around for the trade of the day after. It's going to be AMC. Watch it as Sean kills it on AMC once again. But 7, 6, 5, she's getting ready to ring that bell. Miss V, let's go. Market is closed.
There we go, a little bit of some action there at the end. Nice little beat there for Miss V. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a fantastic day. Let's figure out how we ended not on the green side of things, Brendan.
Yeah, a little bit on the red side of things overall. Let's have a look at where we are. 0.9 S&P, 1.06 here for the Dow. Yeah, not record highs anymore. 0.6 for the NASDAQ. TSX 1.25 here in Toronto. You can see crypto is still not a good day, guys, for markets or cryptocurrencies to the downside as well. Crude oil, the only one of note in positive territory.
Yeah, I don't even have that XOM put on. But look, guys, if you've watched the show today, hopefully you'll be as passionate about it as we are, as I believe this is the best trading show on YouTube. And I'm happy to be a part of this, of course, from day one. And thank you once again, guys, for joining us. Follow us all on Twitter. A big shout out to Maggie and Lucas over there on the 1s and 2s. Give yourself some love. There it is. What's up? Lucas chilling with his master. That was great. Okay, guys, I got to go because I got to take my daughter. I got to run her to, she's back. She's competitive gymnastics. So
yeah,
they're back in the building today, finally. So I got to go run that. My little guy's playing Minecraft. He's part of the Minecraft camp. So he's doing that right now. But for Neil, for Brendan, and for Miss V, who we always get the back. There we go. We always get the back. There it is. Some little pieces there with her hair up. Thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the trade of the day. We'll be talking everything AMC. Peace and love. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.